Have you ever roasted a beautiful piece of meat, only to find it a bit dry or maybe not as flavorful as you hoped? Getting that perfect, juicy, and tender result with a wonderfully crispy exterior can feel like a culinary puzzle, especially when it comes to the timing of your seasoning. For the best results when roasting meat, you should either salt it at least 40 minutes before cooking or right before it goes into the oven. This timing choice significantly impacts the meat's texture and moisture, ensuring it turns out delicious and perfectly cooked. The science behind this timing is all about osmosis, a natural process where salt helps draw moisture out of the meat cells and then allows some of that moisture, now seasoned, to be reabsorbed. If you salt the meat and let it sit for a short period, say less than 40 minutes, the salt initially pulls the moisture to the surface but does not give it enough time to fully reabsorb. This can leave the meat feeling dry, as if the juices have escaped. However, if you salt the meat and let it rest for 40 minutes or more, sometimes even overnight, the salt works its magic. It first draws out the moisture, creating a brine on the surface, and then that flavorful, salty liquid is gradually reabsorbed back into the muscle fibers. This process seasons the meat deeply from within and helps break down some proteins, leading to a more tender and juicy final product with a fantastic crust. When salting, use a coarse grain salt, like kosher salt, which is easier to see and distribute evenly than fine table salt. A good rule of thumb is about 1/2 to 1 teaspoon of kosher salt per pound of meat, sprinkled generously from about 12 inches above to ensure even coverage. For larger cuts, like a whole roast, you might even consider a dry brining period of 24 to 48 hours in the refrigerator, uncovered, which helps develop an incredibly flavorful and crispy exterior, a true secret of professional chefs. So remember, giving your meat ample time to interact with the salt, either for a prolonged period allowing reabsorption, or applying it just moments before roasting, is key to unlocking its full potential. This simple step transforms your roasts from good to truly exceptional, delivering deeply seasoned, incredibly juicy meat every time, which is exactly what we want in our carnivore kitchen.